Hey everybody! So this is part 2 of our Viking weave bracelet class where I'm going to show you how to add in wire. So this is approximately 2 sections of wire. So it's like 4 yards has gotten us about 2 inches, I believe. Yeah, about 2 inches, a little bit longer than 2 inches. So I've already added in wire in one section here. You can see there's a slight thickening of the wire right there. It's not really obvious once you pull it through the draw plate, so don't worry about that. But this is 2 pieces of wire so far, so 2 yards and then another 2 yards. So to add in the wire, we need our wire to be a continuation of this piece right here. So that's the end of our wire, right? So I went ahead and I've cut another piece of 2 yards. So remember, 2 yards is if you stretch one arm all the way out your side and hold the wire end of that with your arm stretched out, and then you pull it out to the middle of your chest. That's going to be 1 yard. So you're going to do that twice for 2 yards, which is 6 feet, since there are 3 feet in a yard. All right. So what we're going to do is we're still working with our 24 gauge wire here. I'm going to take my 2 yard piece of wire and I'm going to put a little bend in it like so. And now, how do you know where to put this wire, right? Well, you need to be a continuation of this piece. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your new piece of wire with that little bend in it, and you are going to put it through the same spot that your last wire was. It's going to be a little tricky here. Let me see if I can't get it through there. This is where your awl comes in handy. Let me grab it. Okay, so I have my awl, and I'm just going to put it under here and pull that section away from the dowel rod just a little bit so that I can get my new piece of wire in there. All right, so once again, we're going to make a little bend in the end of our wire, and we are going to put it through that section right here where our last loop is at, okay? Now, when you know you've inserted it correctly when you have a short tail on one side of your loop and a short tail on the other. If you insert it like so, and see both of your short tails are sitting next to each other, you know you've inserted it incorrectly. So all you're going to do is you're going to take it out and you're going to put it in the opposite way that you put it in the last time. So you have, again, a short tail and then another short tail. All right, the reason why you need to insert it this way is because this tail here was the end of the wire that you did for this wrap. So your new wire, this wire here, needs to act as a continuation of this wire here. All right? So that is why you need to insert it like that. Now, all you're going to do is I'm going to kind of pinch those 2 tails together. And now I have my new piece of wire. I'm going to continue weaving all the way around this dowel rod in the same manner I did all of this, which was shown in the last video. And then when we get it back around to this connection point, I'm going to show you what we're going to do with these tails. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and weave, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I weaved all the way around my dowel, and I'm back to that part where we added our wire. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your new piece of wire. It's going to go over top of those 2 tails, okay? It's going over top. And then you take the end of it, and you're going to go underneath everything in that little section right here between these two wires and these 2 wires. You can go underneath everything. So I'm going underneath the tails too. So underneath it all, okay, like that. And then I'm going to pull it, get these things out of the way, it's grabbing everything. Pull that all the way through. All right. And if you can see that, it's kind of catching those tails inside of the loop. Now I'm going to weave around the whole way around again, and I'm going to do the same thing when I get back around to this point. I'm going to be catching these 2 tails inside of the loop. So I'm going to weave around and I'm going to show you one more time. All right. Okay, so I've weaved all the way around again, and we're going to one more time catch those tails. So again, you're going to take your wire over top of those two tails. All right. And then you're going to go in that little between the two wire sections, and you're going to go underneath everything. Now, if you need a little help going underneath the wires, if it's a little tight, again, you can take your awl or your thumbtack and just kind of push it up underneath and pull things away from your dowel rod. And then you should be able to take your wire and go underneath everything. All right. All right. So I'm going to do that one more time. Oh, we got stuck. Where I weave all the way around the dowel rod and catch the tails in. And then all you're going to do is you're going to clip these tails off. So I only usually do that 2 or 3 times because you'll create a little bit of a stiffer section here. So if I were to catch these tails this whole length, you would have this stiff section. And if it happens to be at a part on your bracelet, like your wrist where it needs a curve, it's going to make it really stiff to do that. So all I would do to cut it off is you take your flush cut wire cutters and you take that flat side. Make sure you don't, cut your new piece you just added in. And you would pull that up right underneath that last loop and clip it off, okay? Like I said, I'm going to do one more row before I clip it off, but that's all you would do. And then you just continue weaving like you've done all the rest of this. So what I showed you how to do in that first video. I'm going to make a third video, which shows you how to turn a single Viking weave, which is what this is, into a double Viking weave. But yeah, that's all you do to add in wire. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye.